What's your baseball philosophy? What got you so far?
Just, I guess just kind of, I don't know, just growing up, I mean, my dad played ball, my grandpa played ball, so I just kind of had that, kind of baseball feel in my family. Always grew up around the game, he'd take me to the games, and just kind of got a love for the game. I just love playing it. It's just, it's one of the hardest sports to play, I feel, especially to be successful at. It's 30% of the time, you're actually succeeding, when in other sports that'd be, pretty bad. You probably wouldn't play professional ball in those sports. But so just kind of the, just the overall toughness of the game, how it is. I mean, I just love that challenge, and so I feel like that's kind of driven me to be where I'm at.
Does your dad and granddad play professional ball?
No, my dad played in college, but then my grandpa, he did a little bit with like the Cardinals spring training like one time, but then he didn't. My dad was just born, so he didn't play anymore.
It seems at times the first round draft picks, they said, man, this guy's got all the talent in the world, but they're getting passed up sometimes by guys in the later rounds. Why does that happen?
Just sometimes those guys want it more. Talent doesn't mean everything in this game. There's a lot of guys that are talented that haven't made it to the big leagues or never did, just because couldn't really figure it out, whether it be with their swing. I mean, there's a lot of raw talent in this game that I've seen, but there's guys who maybe aren't as talented that play ball, a different way than they did, and they're more hungry and they want to prove stuff, rather than just settling for being good with talent.
Now, every team, San Diego and every team, bring in free agents and more guys to compete with you at the major league level. How do you approach that at spring training?
You just go about your own business. You can't worry about anybody else. You got to go about your own business, do what you got to do to get ready for the game, get ready for the season. We always have new guys, a lot of new guys in the spring. But like I said, you just got to worry about yourself and almost be selfish. I mean, it's kind of a game that you have to be a little bit selfish in, but you also have to, play for your teammates and things like that. But different than any other sport.
Now, baseball is an up and down sport. You're up and down those in the organization and your injuries and stuff. Have you ever thought about not playing baseball or quitting baseball?
No. I mean, there's times when things don't go your way out on the field. I mean, obviously with everybody, but no. I mean, I love it. The challenges of it. It's just always, something that is very intriguing to me. So, I want to go out there the next day, no matter if I'm 4 for 4 or 0 for 4. The next day it could totally have it or totally not again. So it's always, work in progress.
Now, do you read the sports pages or ESPN or Baseball America where they rate you?
When they what? I'm sorry.
How they rate you in the organization? Baseball America?
Yeah, I mean, I see some books that I signed sometimes, yeah.
Does that affect you at all, or do you see where you're ranked or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really affect me. I mean, I guess it's nice to have some, exposure. People realize that, you put up some numbers the past couple years, but it's always nice to have recognition, I guess, but really it doesn't mean anything just because it always matters what you're going to do, not really what you have done. So.
How do you handle the umpires? How do you work with the umpires?
They're guys just like us. I mean, we make mistakes, they make mistakes. So it's really, sometimes you get a little bit upset because of the position that they put you in, maybe with the count, calling a pitch that looked like a ball, a strike or something. But really, I mean, they make mistakes. As long as they're pretty consistent, then it's understanding.
How about the fans? How about people yelling and screaming at you and stuff like that?
I feel like that's fun. That's just part of the game. That's part of the atmosphere of baseball. The heckling and everything from the fans. I feel like it's a lot more fun when there are people yelling at you because they're into the game and it makes everything a little bit more exciting.
What would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
It's a grind. You gotta be willing to come every day and do your routine and do your work and just to stick with it. I mean, really, there's no way to tell anybody how a full season is until they experience themselves. You know, I talked to a couple guys who only played a half season last year, was their first year, and I talked to them a little bit this year, and they're already feeling it and know how much of a grind it is. And, so it's always good to kind of hear that way. You know, I can talk to them a little bit and tell them a little bit of experiences that I've had.